in regards to the election, I think that it's a cool thing. It's the student, the prestigious, beautiful, amazing, one of a kind, best in the world in terms of university's student association president. So it's not a small thing, it's a big thing. Full disclosures, elections are coming up at my uni. I've read all the regulations, etc. in regards to it, and this is all compliant. All right, let's go. Yo, Gary! The Stockholm School of Economics.
Yeah, you'll make real relationships here.
Legit, yesterday. And this is no fake thing. You know, all them YouTubers on the gram, they doing a bunch of fake S.
Wait, are you making a bunch of videos?
I am. I'm late on my schedule.
But we need to focus on my video now.
I'm sorry, I'll put this one away. There you go.
Bro, can we just start by addressing the elephant in the room?
Which one of them?
Eddie!
Yeah, I always have him here as my friend.
Well, vlog, you guys remember Eddie? How tired are you on a scale 1 to 10?
15.
So, wait, how do you know Eddie?
We went to the same university in London, and there we figured out that we were both from Sweden, we were both from Stockholm, and actually we lived 10 minutes from each other in Sweden, which is crazy.
The world is a small place.
It is.
But seriously though, Samir, you this fall,
Yes.
you got caught and you got suspended from the school.
I got suspended, I did. Yes.
Can you tell us something about what that?
Okay, so, well, I'm sure everyone knows the circumstance.
Wait, let me switch lens. Much better.
Okay, got the good lens?
Yeah,
Okay.
so please continue.
Okay, so in this fall, I'm sure everyone knows the circumstances were pretty different for us students. A lot was new, a lot was strange, a lot was weird. So during our home exams, which was a format none of us were used to, basically I thought I was helping someone, but I was acting stupid. And for that I got suspended, which I think is fair, of course.
Yeah, and obviously, like, you know, everyone is human, everyone commits mistakes.
Exactly.
I think it's really cool that you're honest and upfront with it.
I think it's super important. I wouldn't want anyone to find this out later, or I wouldn't see. I mean, I made a mistake. I'm owning up to it. I wouldn't feel good if I would try to hide it either. So
amazing. Thanks. Now, back to the crib store. Okay, fridge. Let's go.
I was caught
Let's see what you have in your
caught
fridge.
off guard.
This is good. You have milk. You have freaking this ketchup, you have eggs, you have some beers, more beer, freaking for drinks, for your nice little drink cabinet. I mean, this is all you need.
If I would have known you would have gone through my fridge, I would have gone shopping.
Bro, that's the standard cribs thing.
Sure.
Okay, so I'm thinking, like, you have a sick place. Is there anything in here that's
It's almost sick. I'm sorry.
Okay, boom. Sorry, I
It's not
apologize.
It's not perfect.
I was gonna ask if there anything of specific sentimental value in your home
Sentimental
that you
value.
have that's super special to you.
You would think having Victor come to your house, he would prepare you. I'm caught off guard. Something sentimental. I would say my turntables, my DJ set.
Nice.
Just because I've had so much fun with those.
Yeah.
I would say.
Okay, thanks. We have a bunch to do today, so let's move on. Hello there.
Hey, Victor.
Okay, bro, we have something planned. Are you ready to go?
I don't know what to expect, but I'm ready.
I'm getting you both off guard.
This is very off guard, but let's go.
This is really weird, because here we have another election guy. And we have you, and we have Samir.
Okay, it's gonna be a good day,
But first, how was your flight back to Sweden?
I spent my whole night yesterday at a flight,
Yeah.
but today I was able to rest a little bit.
Nice.
And now it's nice to be back in Stockholm, kind of.
Okay, we have a car, let's go. Look guys, I've made it very clear that I'm not particularly fond of politics in the past and on my podcast. My political beliefs lies with Shamath Palyapatia. However, since this is regarding the school, it's also only regarding like the people that can vote are students of the school. Now, you're probably wondering who I'm supporting, and I'll tell you that soon. But in regards to the election, I think that it's a cool thing. It's the student, the prestigious, beautiful, amazing, one of a kind, best in the world in terms of university's student association president. So it's not a small thing, it's a big thing. Yeah.
So the entire tower gets red.
Boys, since you're both running for president, you can now fight it out. I'm kidding.
Okay.
Look, this is proof you can be friends even though you're competitors technically. We have Elias representing Norway. We have Samir. What are you representing, ethnically speaking?
Everyone and everything.
No, you cannot do that. You are representing first generation higher education people.
Yeah, so
That was so specific. Anyhow, we shouldn't get too political, but I figured like, why should one vote for you, Elias? We're just gonna address it.
Yeah, I think I've had like a crazy entrance into the school, coming from another country, and that has given me certain experiences. So I have like a broad reference of how it is to study at a school.
Yes.
And that is my unique about me.
Okay, very interesting. Samir?
okay, so I think I have a lot of different perspectives. One part of me is, as you mentioned, first one in my family to get higher education, the first one to grow up in Sweden. But the other part of me is like, I'm at a very well represented high school that sends a lot of students to Handels all the time. So I've had a sort of traditional road to the school as well. And
Interesting.
that coupled with just a lot of SASE experience and just a love for the association, I think is important.
Okay, nice. Boys, let's have some fun.
Let's have some fun. Some break from the campaigning and election, maybe. That sounds fun to me.
Sure. Have you seen Migos doing
Ice.
Sweet Caroline? Yeah.
Okay, it's too cold to film outside, and
Baby, it's cold outside.
Where are we, Sam?
We are in Danderyd,
in Danderyd.
just outside of Stockholm.
But boys, I was thinking that there's a lot of boring stuff online
Yes.
in regards to this election.
Yes.
What do you mean?
But
Oh, you mean my campaign stuff? Oh, I'm sorry. I'll try to be more fun.
So what I was thinking was, because obviously I've heard you talk now when I've been allegedly filming, and there's been some interesting topics that you've been talking about in regards to you as people. So if you both are open to it, I would love to ask you some questions.
Sure.
So and this is like in regards to what makes you human, or what I see that makes you human.
Okay.
And also things that I think that a lot of people wouldn't talk about, really, honestly. But okay, so Elias, you shared this post with your family and stuff. So could you elaborate a little more on your family and where you're from?
Yeah, so
and not in an official way, like you did before, bro.
Okay. Okay,
it's
so
casual.
Okay,
we're boys. We're having a conversation.
Alright.
You're from Morocco.
No, I'm not from Morocco. I lived in Morocco.
Okay.
But my father is from Algeria.
Okay.
My mother's from Norway.
Okay.
And in Algeria, there been a lot of wars, and the standards are not that good. And instead of moving to Algeria to learn a bit of culture, and we moved to Morocco and lived there for a while instead.
Oh wow, that's cool. Are they still together, your parents?
Yeah, it's
living in Norway.
Yeah, they have been together for 30 years.
Okay.
And as you shared, Samir, it's you said it can be two completely different culture. It can be difficult to match at times.
Yeah, it is a really special thing growing up with more than one culture.
Yeah.
And I do feel like a lot of people, get that, but a lot of people, especially in Sweden, also don't get that. Like, they're perhaps Swedes, or maybe in Norway you're Norwegian, or if you're in Barbados you're fully Barbadian. So definitely gives you another dimension, which I've found is really helpful in a lot of areas in life.
Yeah, 100% helpful in that. I think you're able to identify with two completely different things.
Yeah.
And that, like, for example, now I was in Zanzibar in Tanzania.
Yeah.
And because I know two completely different culture, it will be easier to get to know someone from another culture again.
Yeah.
So when I was in Tanzania, it's easy to connect with the guy from the third culture as well.
Yeah, 100%.
But it's hard as well, 100%.
So let me ask you this question, because people always have asked me like, oh, where you're from, but nobody asked me what I feel like.
Yeah.
I am. So what do you feel like you are? Like culturally, so I would say that I feel like I'm probably 60% Barbadian, 40% Swedish, even though I'm technically half Finnish, half Barbadian.
Yeah. But that's I think the question where you are from, it's more about what you actually feel like.
Okay.
So, but it's not easy to know, and I would not to some extent I feel 100% Norwegian and 100% Algerian as well.
Yeah.
I don't want.
No, okay, so the game is that you have 100%. So 50-50 is equally. Do you get? But in my case, I feel a bit more Barbadian than I do Swedish. But the reason that I feel Swedish is because I spent a lot of time growing up here, and that's why I don't feel particularly Finnish, as an example. But then, last Christmas I also became 25% Greek, because my aunt is married to a Greek, and I spent Christmas there. Nice. I don't know, what do you feel like, Samir? Because you're Israeli, right?
I'm Palestinian.
Both your parents, or?
No, so my dad is Palestinian. My mother is Dutch.
Okay.
But my dad's part of the family, being Palestinian, lives in Israel. Okay. That's a complicated story for a different time.
Yeah.
But so we are Palestinian.
Okay, that's cool. But you grew up in Sweden.
I did.
Do you have any siblings?
I don't. So I grew up in Sweden.
Bro.
I was born
Only
here.
Child Club. So boys, I support Cindy for international president, and she's also an only child, part of the Only Child Club.
Okay.
So do you feel like a minority now, Elias, since you have siblings? I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No.
But that's cool. But you mentioned that your parents were split.
Yes, my parents got a divorce when I was in the second year of high school.
Okay.
So when a lot starts happening in your life, so that was a bit tough. I struggled a bit with that.
Yeah.
But
I fully understand. I'm sure a lot like I myself, I had split parents. I was lucky enough for it to happen. Well, I call it lucky because it happened when I was very young. So I don't remember it. But it is a very common thing out there.
It is.
I think a lot of people go through that. So.
But isn't it easier when you're adult and it happens, because then you can tackle it in a more mature way? Or when you're at the second year of high school, you're
of course.
Mature.
I think choosing when you want your parents to split in general is a difficult choice, because
I don't think anyone wants their parents to split in the first place.
That's not a choice you want to make.
Yeah.
Depending on when it happens and at what stage in your life you are, of course it's going to present different both opportunities and difficulties. Sure, you can be more mature about it, but also
at the same time, that's your framework of your entire life.
Exactly. It's something you've built your entire identity on, and everything you are up until that point gets sort of taken away from you or swept under your feet. So in that sense, it is harder, and being more mature, I guess in some cases you can be more a part of what is happening, as well as it's not two parents and a kid anymore. It's a family of three people, where all three have a different role than just a kid that follows along.
Exactly.
But I mean, every case is different, and I don't think you can say that it's better to have this or it's better to have that.
100%.
So I don't know.
Wow. Okay, guys. Well, I have another question. Elias.
Yeah.
What's something you've done that you regret? That you did?
Applying for Sasa president. That's a joke.
Oh, okay.
No. But,
dangerous kid. It's gonna circulate on Reddit now.
You have to delete this. No, 100% not. That was a good decision, but a decision that I regret.
Or something that you've done like that you regret.
I've done a lot of stupid stuff, but that also made me who I am today.
It teaches you things.
So I believe everything has you are a product of everything you have done, and it's hard to take something of that away. But that's a bit of a cliche as well. We do stupid things that we shouldn't have done, and I've ended up in stupid situations that I would have been better off not ending up in. So
I think we want a concrete example.
A concrete example.
Because I can tell you that, a mild one. Long story short, ski competition, Italy, traveling day the next day. I'm out partying until 5 in the morning. Shuttle leaves at 8. Puking the whole shuttle. It was 15 minutes before we reached the airport. I regret that. As an example.
I understand. But I can't some things some of the examples that I come up with, it's not maybe appropriate to share
100%. Well, I know what you regret, that you didn't study harder for the first dugga in mathematics.
Yeah, that's true. But actually, to that dugga, I started at SSC 10 days later than everyone else.
Wait, so you failed the first dugga?
I took it now with the first years.
And how was your first dugga?
Well, I failed it too.
I failed it too. I swear to God. I swear to God, I failed it too. I swear to God, I failed it too.
Mathematics at SSC is hard, people.
Yeah, it's hard.
Now, I just thought like, oh, I did the natural sciences program in high school. I don't need this. I know this. And then I didn't spend a second studying. And then the exam came, and I looked through it, and I was like, okay, I know this. And I went to answer the first question, and I was like,
and you have to be so fast as well. I wasn't prepared for the speed at which you have to move.
But the moral of the story is that it all goes well after a while.
Yeah.
Sure.
We're all human. We all make mistakes.
Yeah.
I think there's only one question left, honestly.
Exciting.
And that's your relationship status. Since I personally think that that's something that could interfere with the presidency, you know.
Okay.
So what's going on, boys?
What's going on, Samir?
I've never thought about that. Sure. I have no commitments that I am obliged to follow up.
So
that could take away from my presidency.
So if your dream girl comes along, then Samir,
that might
do we have to worry
role.
about her getting in the way of your work as a president?
If she would be my dream girl, she would have to accept me and my dreams and my ambitions. If she doesn't do that and give me space for that, she could never be my dream girl.
Okay.
So you're a hard man to please.
It doesn't have to be like that.
Okay.
But we have to have an understanding for each other.
What about you, Elias?
No, I'm also I have no other commitment for the moment.
Okay.
But I wouldn't deny a dream girl coming in when in my year if I am elected as a president.
Of course.
Okay.
So all the dream girls, you could approach us. It is okay.
Yeah, you can DM
It's
DM
okay.
on Instagram. It's okay.
Okay.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. But for the moment, we both have no commitments.
Okay. Well, boys, thank you for participating in my little video.
Thank you for having us.
And I'll see you guys back at home. All in all, as you might understand, two fantastic boys running for president. I will be voting for Samir. It dates back to me treasuring long relationships, and I actually met him during the first Rev rally here in Stockholm. We have mutual friends in the UK. I mean, do you remember Andy? We have Andy the Candy. You might remember him from the fitness festival. He was the guy sleeping all the time. Lovely weather.
Yes, man.
You anything?
Quick, we go
What's up, bro?
What's up, bro? Orange sport bomb.
Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more crazy cool shit. Who's also a friend of Samir. So, but it is to my understanding, and if you're an accredited voter, meaning you're a student at the school, I think, I'm not sure, just follow the election committee, but I think you're going to be able to rank the presidents or the candidacy or what you're voting for. So I'll rank Samir and I'll rank Elias. There's other candidates in there so you should check them all out, as well as the fact that I'm also supporting Cindy for Into President.
Buongiorno, mi chiamo Jacopo Angeloni, sono uno studente del primo anno internazionale, sono italiano e frequento il primo anno nel mio bachelor for economics and business. And I support Cindy as president for Into, as I think she's one of the most competent people in the school. And I feel that her as president for Into will be an incredible addition to the school.
I'll vote for Cindy as the Inter-President.
The best.
Cindy's the best. She's one of the most caring and dedicated persons I've ever met. The best.
Yeah, like make them believe it.
Okay.
Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this special election video, and I just want to round it off by saying this election is a big thing. I don't know how old the student association is, but I don't know that my course, my bachelor, is 110 years old, and there's a deeply rooted tradition within the Stockholm School of Economics. There's a deeply rooted tradition in the Students Association at the Stockholm School of Economics. So having this post is more than just I'm the president. It entails a lot of stuff. So it's to me, you have to have the right character, and you also have to be the right fit for the post. But that's it. I'll see you next week. Dare to be different. Peace!
Take mine. I barely drink, but you know when it comes to rum, then I go. Take mine. They keep on pouring, they know I'ma always go for it. Cause I'm a rude boy, nah, nah, nah. You got that shape like la, la, la. I make you scream, oh yeah, yeah.